Hey everyone, buckle up, because we're taking a turn on the road of electric mobility. You've likely heard the buzz, electric vehicles, or EVs, were supposed to be the future. But hold on, there's a surprising trend emerging. A growing number of EV owners are ditching their electric dreams and switching back to gas-powered cars. This phenomenon has been dubbed the EV exodus, and it raises serious questions about the current state of electric vehicles. Can they truly replace our trusty gasoline guzzlers? Let's shift gears and explore the reasons behind this unexpected U-turn. Now, the initial surge in EV sales wasn't exactly fueled by everyday drivers. It was more like affluent households taking electric cars for a spin, a fancy second or third car in the driveway. These purchases seemed driven by the allure of new technology and keeping up with the trends, rather than a wholehearted commitment to going electric. So, these EVs ended up being local companions, perfect for grocery runs or weekend getaways. But for those long road trips or hauling heavy cargo, gas-powered cars remained the champion. Data backs this up. Take the Ford Mustang Mach-E, for instance. Only 37% of owners went electric again with their next purchase. Shocking, right? Nearly half went back to gas-powered vehicles. This pattern holds true for other brands and models too. Except for Tesla, which seems to have a loyal following of dedicated EV enthusiasts. But here's the real roadblock: charging infrastructure. It's just not there yet. Many EV owners can't charge their cars conveniently at home overnight because they lack access to Level 2 chargers. This forces them to rely on public fast chargers, which sound great in theory, but come with a hefty price tag and some reliability issues. Imagine this: a study in the San Francisco Bay Area, a place known for being EV-friendly, found that 1 in 5 attempts to use a public charger failed. We're talking malfunctioning payment systems, broken connectors, and chargers that just wouldn't respond. These experiences create a real fear for potential EV buyers: charging anxiety. And for those who already own EVs, it's a constant source of frustration. So, are electric vehicles on the verge of a breakdown? We'll explore that question further, along with potential solutions, as we continue down the road of electric mobility. Stay tuned. We talked about how charging infrastructure is a hurdle for EVs, but there's another major roadblock causing anxiety: range. Now, car companies love to brag about their EVs' impressive range, but the reality on the road can be a different story. This gap between what's promised and what you actually get is a big reason some EV owners are feeling disillusioned. So, what eats away at an EV's range? Here are a couple of culprits. Temperature. Extreme heat or cold can seriously cut down your miles. Cold weather especially can be a battery buzzkill, reducing your range significantly. Risk driving habits. Lead foot. You might be draining your battery faster. Aggressive acceleration and high speeds gobble up energy quickly. This becomes even more critical with electric trucks. These beasts are advertised to tow trailers, but guess what? Hauling a load or venturing off-road takes a huge chunk out of their range. A test by Motor Trend with the Ford F-150 Lightning showed this perfectly. They hitched trailers of different weights to the truck, and its range went from a promised 280 miles down to a mere 90 miles. That's a massive difference, and it raises serious questions about whether electric trucks can truly be the workhorses we rely on. Let's also address a common misconception: EVs aren't problem-free. Sure, they might not need oil changes or tune-ups like gas-powered cars, but they have their own set of challenges. Software glitches, faulty sensors, and electrical issues can all lead to unexpected breakdowns and repairs that can hit your wallet hard. Battery life is another concern. Over time, batteries degrade, which means your range and performance could suffer. As these EVs age and rack up the miles, the question remains: how reliable and durable will these complex systems be in the long run? We've been talking about the challenges with charging and range anxiety, but let's face it, cost is another big concern driving people away from EVs. Remember that idea of EVs being cheaper to run in the long run? Well, real-world experiences are painting a different picture. Sure, electricity might be cheaper than gas in some places, but here's the thing. If you can't charge at home, you're relying on public chargers, and those can be way more expensive than filling up a gas tank. On top of that, EVs tend to be heavier than gas-powered cars, which means they wear out tires faster. So, expect more frequent replacements. Repairs can also be a bigger bite out of your wallet, especially if they require specialized parts or mechanics. And here's another shocker. Insurance premiums for EVs are typically higher as well. Throw in the fact that most EVs still have a much higher upfront price tag compared to gas-powered cars, and the whole, electric vehicles are cheaper, idea starts to crumble. This financial reality is a major turnoff for budget-minded consumers and another reason why some are heading back to gas stations. Speaking of price tags, even with all the advancements, EVs are simply more expensive than their gasoline-powered counterparts. This is a huge barrier to getting more people behind the wheel of an electric car, especially for middle-class families. Surveys show that most potential EV buyers are looking for options under $40,000, while only a small fraction are willing to spend over $60,000. The message is clear. People want affordable EVs. Manufacturers need to focus on bringing down costs and offering more competitive pricing if they want to attract a wider audience. ## the road ahead for electric vehicles. The EV exodus is a wake-up call for everyone involved: car companies, EV fans, everyone. Electric vehicles have clear advantages for the environment and offer exciting new technology, but they're not quite ready to take over the road just yet. Range anxiety, charging limitations, reliability concerns, affordability, and just plain practicality are still major hurdles for widespread EV adoption. At the end of the day, drivers care about what kind of car they're getting, what it can do, and how easy it is to use, not necessarily how it's powered. Until EVs can consistently deliver on these key points and provide a smooth ownership experience, many drivers will stick with the familiar and convenient option of gas-powered cars. The future of electric vehicles is still bright, but it requires a team effort. Manufacturers, policymakers, and those building charging infrastructure all need to work together to address the current limitations and make EVs a truly attractive option for everyone. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the EV exodus. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.